Good morning. Happy Friday, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever we are showing up today. And welcome to Expeditality Time. I'm your host, Michelle Oliver. And today is the best Friday of the week, Randy, because I'm here with Randy Hendrickson. You're supposed to laugh at that.
I
Anyway, I'm
did laugh
really
at that.
excited to talk with you today because we've been talking about getting you back on for us to chat. And
Yeah,
today we're going to talk a little bit about the opportunity to come into the experiential outdoor hospitality space with something new. Do you want to share the problem we're solving with Evolve Lodging?
yeah. I think the problem really has been for just an awful long time in the industry. There's been a lot of sameness, and when you have sameness, there's a lack of originality and memorability. And I think for outdoor hospitality owners, you want to have something that's unique and different and memorable. And it's not enough to say, well, I stayed in that same park model that looked like the same one I stayed at in Illinois, that I stayed at in Myrtle Beach. And so our whole solution was, if the problem has been lack of innovation, let's innovate. And so by innovating, we've come up with Evolve Lodging, which is really custom, not so much full custom, but just a ton of floor plans that a client can look at and say, let's try this, but with this exterior finish. And we build that to spec on site per those requests. And once done, the owner has something unique and memorable and even Instagrammable because of the unique design of it, and therefore avoid the same old. And
Did
with
you
that, of
just say
course,
even Instagrammable?
I did say
You
even
said that.
Instagrammable. Are you proud of me?
Yes. And it is Instagrammable. One of the
Absolutely.
things well, there are a lot of things I love about this, but one of the things I love most is that when we work with someone, and I don't want this to be like a commercial, but this is truly what I love, that we treat our clients as if they were guests on our property of Evolve
Oh
Lodging,
yeah.
right? So it's this full concierge experience where we really want the end result. Like, what do you want? What is your vision? And then we kind of work backwards from that. So it doesn't, you don't need to come in saying, you know, being afraid of how much it costs or whatever. We just work with you. What's your budget? Who are you? What's your brand? What's your story? And we can enhance that so much and increase your revenue, right? So it's been really an exciting company to launch, actually.
I mean, that's the fun part, right? Because it's really creative. There's creativity with every client, and no two clients are the same, and no two needs are the same. And that's exactly why Evolve exists. To not just be, I only have this choice from this manufacturer, they'll deliver at this time. It's very different than that. So to your point, if a client is saying, I know I'm going to spend $1.5 million on X amount of park models of some sort, that's fine. And that could be a great strategy. But we're just saying, let us take a look at that budget with you and design something truly memorable and unique and fitting with your personality and the personality of your park. We can probably get you higher occupancy and higher ADR with a custom structure. So if you have your budget in mind, let's work backwards from that and prescribe a solution. You know,
Exactly.
that's the creativity of it. And I think that the clients love that. It's not just I'm buying something off the shelf. I actually have a hand in what this looks like. What a difference.
What a difference. What a difference. And we speak to a lot of people right at this time of year about their expansions.
Yeah.
This is a big focus right now, and it's your opportunity to move in the direction that you want, which is usually more revenue, better guest experience, better story. We treat the outside just like the inside, which is one of our favorite parts because I don't think people are coming to just shut themselves in even a beautiful unit, cabin, lodge, whatever it is. We want to integrate nature and the outdoors with everything. So we're having so much fun doing that part of it.
Yeah, and excuse me. I think that's that's one of the most fun things about it. You just said it so well, right? So a lot of properties might look and say, I need these accommodations. I'm going to put these accommodations on my property. They're thinking about the units and the rent of it. Well, we
Right.
think there's so much more than that. So if you look at it more of a holistic thing to experiential hospitality in aggregate, when they're inside the unit, we also have the FF&E packages that you put together. So you have a unique design element. And when you're inside that unit, your head's going to go on a pillow at night. Let's make it a great mattress and a great environment for you. But to your point, you're also going to want to walk outside. Maybe there's an outdoor shower. Maybe there's an outdoor kitchen. There's a wraparound deck. All these different things because it's an inside and outside lifestyle. So we're trying to create an inside and outside product.
It's so logical.
And
It's so
fun.
and intuitive and really
Right.
fun. And I think too, when we're talking with people about what they want to do with their expansion, it's really fun because they know who they were before. They know how they've been operating. And this can be an opportunity to completely break out of anything. 2023 is over. So let's create what you want to be and that experience that you something so much grander and more personalized. And you can really use the accommodations to facilitate that transformative experience for your guests. It's a tremendous opportunity, actually.
Well, it is, and like you and I talk about so often, the biggest hallmark of what you and I do together is not looking at the industry as it is, but what it can be. We would
Yes,
encourage owners of properties to do the same thing. Don't just think about it's time to get a park model, so I'm going to get a park model. Let's think about what should that be? What does that experience look like? What would you rather it be? Let's forecast forward, and then we'll just
yeah,
design it. I don't know if
exactly.
anybody else is doing that.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to share with everyone? We're going into this wonderful, wonderful weekend. This is the first weekend of January, first Friday of
It
every month,
is.
Randy. Here we are.
It,
I'm going to try to get Randy to come on the first Friday of every month to share his wisdom and insight and perspective. And this is
yeah.
the first weekend of 2024. Kind of. So anyway, depending on how you look at it. But this is your opportunity. This is our opportunity to serve bigger, big, audacious visions for you and your properties. And it's so exciting to support people in this industry. Anybody that's looking to, initially brand or expand, we love having those conversations.
Yeah, and the other thing you and I've been talking about so much is I think we've loudly praised 2024 as the year of collaboration. And
Yeah.
we're blessed to be, we're seeing this every single day, right? The stuff you and I are working on. We have come into orbit with so many amazing, significant players in this industry. The most rewarding part of which is good people of good intention, good moral fiber with the right attitudes. And it's just been a magnetizing effect. It's like all of a sudden, these great collaborations that you and I are a part of, people are just showing up and it's not accidental at all, right? There's just kind of this movement towards collaboration that we just love and embrace. But we're seeing some amazing partnerships already in 2024 that folks are going to be hearing about throughout the year that are kind of life defining. And that's not because of anything that you and I do, it's because of what we do collectively with others with a similar mindset. That is exciting. So 2024 is going to be an amazing year.
Yeah, that is exciting. It is. It's about the collective. I mean, all
Always.
of these words, again, I know
Yeah.
they sound so cliche, and yet they are cliche because, we all can understand the meaning behind them. And there's such a difference between kind of forcing something from the external and when it just kind of naturally, it's like the business takes on a life of its own and kind of magnetizes
It
it
does.
feels like magic. It really does.
Yeah.
And then people are curious and about each other and how they're curious about how to work together
Mhm.
rather than here's my fence and here's your fence and it's just so I truly do believe it's a complete paradigm shift in business, that because of the nature of the people in experiential outdoor hospitality, we're just more open to exploring it and chasing that vision, you know?
Every day, we see examples of it every day. And to your point, it sounds like one of those old phrases in collaboration. Everybody kind of brings their own meaning to it. But from a guy who's been around for an awfully long time, I can just say categorically, there's never been such collaboration in my experience than is what's happening right now. Every day we're on the phone with people and we're just understanding we want to do a lot of the same things. So rather than compete, how do we join forces? And man, is that uplifting? And it's great for the industry.
It is. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking some time out this morning,
Yeah.
and everyone who is watching, if anyone's watching, this is officially Expitality time and presented by Talkabout TV. And we are here to be of service to you in any way. If you have questions or answers or curiosities, reach out to us, and just wishing everybody an absolutely stellar weekend. Thank you so much. Signing off and ciao until we meet again, which will be very